Hi, Pisces. So I just want to start shuffling the cards for January. I'm not really sure there's much to say until we get the cards out. And the reason why is because I feel what you're feeling. I feel that, you know, when Neptune went direct in November, we all started getting very dreamy, psychic. Neptune going direct in your sign. Sure, it's going to be here until 2026. It's going to be in your sign, but it won't, I mean, it'll go direct and retrograde a lot. But it feels like that everybody's getting the benefits of Neptune going direct. And Pisces is just like, I'm used to being a dreamer. Now I have to deal with Saturn in Capricorn, morality, stability, possible fighting, because you want to be the dreamer. You don't want to be the realist. That's okay for an air sign. That's okay for an earth sign. Water sign. Jupiter's in Scorpio, so you're like, yes. We get to go through all this spiritual stuff. Yes. Right? Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Capricorn, Jupiter in Scorpio. You guys feel screwed. Right? Well, it's very spiritual time for you. So, Pisces, being stuck up in your head is very natural right now. Please don't do anything stupid. Being stuck up in your head is very okay right now. It is expected. Working really hard is expected. Feeling overburdened is expected. The sun is going to sextile Neptune in January. Sun in Capricorn. Venus is going to sextile Neptune in January. I mean, this happens often, right? But it's that very dreamy aspect that Pisces do already have. And then it's like, well, I'm used to my shadow side. Why do I fucking need to deal with it anymore? I want to just go away. Right? So we have the 10 of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Wands, 2 completion cards. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 3 of Cups, that very spiritual aspect. We have the Devil, that very spiritual aspect. This is more the dreamy side, the Cups. And then the Devil is Saturn in Capricorn. This is Neptune in Pisces. This is Saturn in Capricorn. The 3 of Wands. And then the Lovers. Could be a Gemini. Could be a Capricorn in your life. It could be that you have been fighting with your mind so much with all of the planetary aspects going on in 2017. You fought and you fought and you fought and you stayed stuck up there and you worked really, really hard and you felt very, very overburdened. And you fought this relationship that had a very spiritual connection to it. And then just decided, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And you took flight. 3 of Wands, you took flight. And then we have the 6 of Swords and the Magician and the Star and the 6 of Cups. And then the 7 of Swords. Let's look at this. Move my business here. So you fought it. You fought for it. You felt overburdened. You fought it. We'll put Neptune and Capricorn right here. I mean, Neptune and Pisces and Saturn and Capricorn. Fighting, fighting, up in your head, fighting. And so you left. Did you look back at it with the Six of Cups? Or did you walk away and you're healing now and manifesting something else? Because I feel like if you think that you can go back to something that you sat up in your head about and you worked really hard and you like fought for and you're like, I'm going to walk away, I feel like you might be deceiving yourself, that this will be balanced out, or you're deceiving yourself that you couldn't balance it out. You couldn't make it healthy. Because it was almost like that reality of Saturn going into Capricorn versus the daydreamy part of Neptune and Pisces. It was like everybody, Neptune going direct in Pisces, sorry. Everybody just just spilled all their guts when Neptune was retrograde. And now it's like, okay, we all just want to dream and make things happy, and do wonderful things and heal and fly. So was this all bullshit? This sitting up in your head, this being overburdened, this fighting all the time with this person. Was it all bullshit? Are you now looking back and regretting walking away from it? Or are you deceiving yourself that you can go back? This guy's looking back into his past. Well, this guy's looking back at the dog. Like, is that dog going to notice me walking away? It's almost like, shut the door already, Pisces. Either shut the door or, turn your back on it and shut the door, or open it back up and go back in. That's the direction that you need to figure out, Like, are you manipulating the situation, or is somebody else manipulating the situation? Who's fighting for this and who's walking away? Because that's the only way you're going to find balance and renewal and happiness and recognition. There you are, King of Cups. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here. So, Knight of Swords at the bottom. Air sign. We do have Aquarius. Anger. Jealousy, resentment, arguments. Is this coming after a time of happiness? Is this coming after a time of fighting and being up in your head? Because I feel like this was like the holidays right here. Renewal, happiness, recognition, finding your answers, rising above, saying, I'm sorry for being up in my head and totally devastating the situation and leaving and running away. Did somebody do that, or did you do that? And then now it's like, oh, reality check. Here it comes, reality check. What do you want, Pisces? Do you know what you want? Because I feel like this sitting up in your head and spinning your wheels, this business, get that down a little bit more, this business sitting up in your head, spinning your wheels, not really sure what to do, being overburdened, sneaking away in the middle of the night, fighting with everybody, excuse me, my nose. I'm so allergic to everything on the planet. Air purifiers, nothing works. Honey doesn't work. And people say, use the honey from your hometown. Okay, well, does that help with like dust and stuff? No. So that's only like pollen in the springtime and the fall. So all of this fighting and deciding to be free and flying away, you know, did that make you happy? I feel like it didn't make you happy. I feel like that this was that chance opportunity where you said, yes, I can be free. I can be free. Finally, I can be free. But then, hello, here come the holidays. And you're like looking back going, I don't know. Was it right? Was it wrong? What do I do? Because you want to be recognized. Went through all that healing and you want to be recognized. Fights. Being stuck. Are you with a water sign? Queen of Cups. Another water sign. Or it could be somebody who's very intuitive. Somebody who's very nurturing and kind. So we have the Knight of Wands and then we have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Because now we have you and the Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Oh, what a dilemma. And we have the Knight of Wands. In and out. In and out, Pisces. What is that? So you have a choice to make. Is that why you're stuck? You have a choice to make. Now we get down to it. You have a choice to make. And you're holding on to something. You're holding on to something a little too tightly. We do have Aries. Could be an Aries. So in January, if you guys just see that like Indian style. Hi. In January, in this very stuck nature, who do I choose? Who do I choose? You guys have been up in your heads for so long. I feel like the only thing I really need to urge you to do is to possibly think about what is serving you in your life. I feel like the cards are saying, you know, whatever this up in your head business is, you need to recognize what makes you happy. You need to go towards that. What is it that makes you happy? What is it that is healing for you? What is it that is not flying in and out of your life? What stays? What's always been there? Even if it's just like you that's always been there and nobody else, you know, be you. Be just with you. What's always been that constant? What is that thing that you can count on? Whatever that is, everything else, walk away from that. And that's what Saturn in Capricorn is going to tell you to do. You can have all these very dreamy aspects of Neptune being direct until June, and then everybody decides to word vomit again. I know everybody hates it when I say that. I don't, like, honestly, I don't care. But while you're working with Saturn in Capricorn, there's going to be a very real side to the daydreaming. What is it that makes you happy? What is it that makes you whole? What is it that makes you heal? What is it that you've been manifesting? Because Saturn can make that real if you get out of your head and you do the work and you move forward. Nobody likes these these universe aspects that are going on. Nobody likes it. Seriously. It's not fun, except we have to live with it. So live with being that very daydreamy person. But you have to ground yourself in reality too. What are you holding on to that you shouldn't be holding on to? What are you fighting for that you shouldn't be fighting for? What are you up in your head about that you shouldn't be up in your head about? Is it a 3D world? Is it the 5D world? Is it a person, a place, a thing, a job? Because you guys can make things happen. And if you're not working with it, it's going to be really, really hard to do that while Saturn's in Capricorn. If you're not working with these energies and you're fighting against it, if you're holding on to things that are not working for you anymore, you got to let it go. You can't be wishy-washy anymore. Saturn's not going to let you do this. And it's going to be really painful if you keep trying. So you have to decide to be free or to stay where you are. Stuck. Stuck. Right? Stuck in between water and fire. I hope your January goes well. I know it doesn't sound like I hope your January goes well, but I really do. Because I think that you guys can make really big strides in 2018, and I think January is a great time to start. Remember that we do have 2 full moons in January. First full moon is in Cancer, fellow water sign, at the beginning of January, the second. And the second full moon, and that's going to be a super moon, so that'll be super fun, right? And then the second full moon is the 31st of January in Aquarius. And that's actually a eclipse, a full lunar eclipse as well. So exciting stuff. We're going to have a really interesting January. And I think that if you guys start working with the energies instead of trying to fight against it, because that very Neptunian quality that we've all had and we're all going to have until 2026 is something that you guys can grab onto and use to your benefit. Even if it feels really, really hard right now, you can do it. So, InstantGo App. And thank you for all of your support through 2017 so far. I'm really excited for 2018. It's going to be fun. Use the InstantGo app, and you can text me questions. You'll get answers on the same day, within 24 hours, depending on how busy I am. Traveling, it's kind of hard to get to it the same day. But I've been doing pretty good. All of the donations that have come in, thank you very much. If you would like to donate to keep the channel running, because that really is helping it, the link is below. There is a new Twin Flame Soulmate reading that I have offered. That information is below. A lot of people are meeting their twin flames. A lot of people are meeting their soulmates. We can talk about what the differences between the two of those are. I really like to call it divine partnership, just because having a label is really, really tough to do. But those readings are below also for that information, if you would like to do one of those. And all of my other reading information is below. And check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for all of your support, you guys. I will see you for the love readings. Bye.